Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you guys. I hope you all are doing well. I am Noor with the second video of about Delhi Sultanate. So today I am going to discuss with all of you the three dynasties of Delhi Sultanate: Slave Dynasty, Khilji Dynasty, and Tughluq Dynasty. So, as we have discussed earlier, that after the death of Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori, his very famous slave Qutbuddin Aibak became the Sultan of Delhi. He founded the first of five successive dynasties in northern India in 1206, and that's how the Sultanate was ruled by a succession of five dynasties before the Mughal Emperor. Um, Before the Mughal Empire, which started in 1556. So let's move towards the first dynasty, that is Slave Dynasty. Slave Dynasty, actually, it was named after the Qutbuddin Aibak, as he was a very famous slave of Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori. So the name of dynasty was named after him. And if we talk about the second name of slave dynasty is Mamluk dynasty. So don't get confused by the two names, because Mamluk dynasty is also called as slave dynasty. So if we talk about the working of Qutbuddin Aibak, he was very magnanimous person. He was very generous and kind to his people. So due to this quality, he was given the title of Lak Bakhsh by his people. So in this tenure, in this dynasty, many rulers came, but the most amazing part of this dynasty is Qutbuddin Aibak, because he was very kind. So if we talk about his death, he died while playing polo. He was playing polo, and it was an accidental death. While he was playing polo, he died. So it's very common question in general knowledge that which is the ruler who died while playing game, or game's name polo. So you have to remember this, that he is the Qutbuddin Aibak. So many rulers came and gone, but the last ruler of this dynasty was Kamur. It is not Temur, it is Kamur. And Kamur was defeated by Kamur was not Jalaluddin Khilji. Jalaluddin Khilji defeated Kamur, and he established his new dynasty known as Khilji dynasty. That is the second dynasty. So that's how Jalaluddin Khilji ends the slave dynasty. But before moving towards the Khilji dynasty, let's move towards the architecture of slave dynasty. Architecture of slave dynasty means a lot, because Qutbuddin Aibak laid the foundation of two important mosques in India, and it was the first mosque in India that he established in Delhi, that named as Quwwatul Islam Mosque, and the second mosque is located in Ajmer, and that was also established by Qutbuddin Aibak. And the third one, main work was done by Qutbuddin Aibak, was Qutb Minar, and as we all know that Qutb Minar is located in Delhi. So that was the architecture of slave dynasty, and let's move towards the Khilji dynasty, or Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty was founded by Jalaluddin Khilji in 1209, but Jalaluddin Khilji didn't do any main type of work. So the most amazing part of work, and the greatest ruler of Khilji dynasty was Alauddin Khilji. And Alauddin Khilji was a nephew of Jalaluddin Khilji, and he was also the son-in-law of Jalaluddin Khilji. But due to his working, he was very loved, he was very liked by the people of his dynasty, and due to these qualities, he was given the title of Sikandar Sani and Second Alexander. So these are the two titles of Alauddin Khilji that you have to remember. So Alauddin Khilji did the most amazing part, and he also defeated many armies in the north, and he also expanded his areas to the south as well. And the one more important thing about the this dynasty is the court poet. The court poet of this dynasty was Amir Khusro, and Amir Khusro is a very famous name that we all know. Amir Khusro Amir Khusro did amazing poetry, and due to his marvelous poetry, he was also called as the Parrot of India and Tuti Hind. Tuti Hind or Parrot of India was given the title by the people. So these were the most amazing and the most important workings of the Alauddin Khilji. Let's talk about the last ruler of the Khilji dynasty. So the last ruler of Khilji dynasty was Khusro Khan, and he was overthrown by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. That was the next founder of the next dynasty. So before moving towards the next dynasty, that is Tughlaq dynasty, let's move towards the architecture of Khilji dynasty. So architecture of Khilji dynasty, it is not as important as the architecture of slave dynasty, but you can just read and move on. That is Alai Darwaza in Delhi, Jamaat Khana Mosque, and Alai Minar. That was established. That was founded by the Alauddin Khilji in Khilji dynasty. So let's move towards the third dynasty, that is Tughluq dynasty. And Tughluq dynasty started in 1320 and it lasted in 1414, and it was also ended. So let's talk about the founder of Tughluq dynasty. The founder of Tughluq dynasty is Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq is the first sultan to start irrigation, that no other sultan had done this. So Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq is considered to be the first sultan to start irrigation in India. And if we talk about his death, because it was also an accidental death as that of Kutubuddin Aibak, and that he died while playing polo, but he died due to collapse of wooden structure. So these two rulers came as died because of very accidental death, so you have to remember these both. So after his death, his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq became the ruler. So he was commonly called as Mad King and Wise Fool, because of the decisions he made. Uh, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a very wise man, but whenever he took decision, it was a wise decision, but it result in a failure. So that's why, because of this thing and because of these decisions, he was called as Mad King and Wise Fool. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq did his part, and the next ruler of Tughlaq dynasty was Firoz Shah. In this dynasty, Firoz Shah Tughlaq has very importance, because he has a very important name in this dynasty, because he destroyed two temples. He introduced jizya that no one has done. He introduced jizya as a separate tax. It is a religious tax. That was also implemented by other sultans, but he introduced this tax as a separate tax that was mandatory to every person to be made. So that was the amazing part of his that he had done. So Firoz Shah also founded the city of Hisar Firoza in 1354 near river Satluj, that is the part of Pakistan now. And he also done the token currency. Token currency was introduced for the first time by Firoz Shah, and the last ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate was Nasiruddin Mahmud. So that's how this Tughlaq dynasty came to an end in 1414. So I hope I have been successful in teaching you all this. We will talk about the next two dynasties in the next video. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.